The Victor Wembanyama era is here. After Tim Duncan and David Robinson, the Spurs have gotten their new prince to take over the throne. The third #1 overall pick in San Antonio history, an organization known for having fantastic bigs and being the home to some of the best European players to ever play in the NBA, now has a player that fits both criteria. The NBA has always been a stage for incredible athletes. Look at the likes of LeBron James, Vince Carter, and Shaquille O'Neal. Victor Wembanyama's rise indicates that their time is passing, and he represents the current pinnacle of basketball evolution. Many call him the most anticipated newcomer to the league since LeBron James in 2003. There has been buzz around the Frenchman ever since he emerged as one of Europe's top prospects at the age of 14.
I've said it from the beginning that he's special, and he has an unbelievable coach that's going to make sure that he does things the right way, play the game the right way, and he's going to continue.
He was the consensus #1 pick in the 2023 draft projection, a once-in-a-generation player that Adam Silver had to make sure that teams wouldn't tank their season just to get him in the draft. At 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan, Wembanyama is not only about to dominate the league for the next decade, but he's also redefining what's possible on the basketball court. There is a reason he branded himself as an alien.
We're labeling like this unicorn thing. He's more like an alien.
Because we have never seen a player like Wemby before. Imagine seeing a rookie going toe-to-toe with Giannis Antetokounmpo, a first-year player going back and forth with a player who has won an MVP, led his team to a championship, and is a top 3 player in the entire league.
This was your first time going up against Victor Wembanyama. What was your impression of how he played tonight?
He's unbelievable talent.
Even though Giannis got the better of him a few times, Wemby was able to get a block on him in a crucial moment of the game. It was a look into the potential the French alien had. One game, he is blocking the most dominant player in the paint. Then the next game is blocking a 3-pointer from the free throw line. He is literally so good at blocking shots that players don't even attack the basket, as seen by how he broke a 3-on-1 fast break against the Memphis Grizzlies all by himself. He even went toe-to-toe with Kevin Durant, a player who is considered unguardable due to the combination of his height and skill. Wemby's game is actually modeled off Durant. A 7'3" player moving with the speed and skill of a guard is ridiculous. Step back threes, quick dribble moves, he has post moves, can take jump shots.
He's his own player. I don't think I'm sure he watched so many great players in the league and try to emulate.
What we are watching is not normal. It's even more impressive when you see that he is doing all of this on one of the weakest teams in the league. His 3 3-pointers against the Mavs in his debut set a Spurs single game record for a rookie on his debut. He joined LeBron James and Kevin Durant as the only teenagers in NBA history to put up at least 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks in a game after his performance against the Phoenix Suns on November 2nd. His 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks against the Raptors made him the first Spurs rookie since Tim Duncan to put up 20 points and 5 blocks in a game. He finished the season as the first player in NBA history to put up at least 1,500 points, 250 blocks, and 100 made 3-pointers in a season. At 3.6 blocks per game, he also became the youngest player to lead the NBA in blocks for a season at 20 years and 101 days. It was a dominant first season for Wemby as he was named the 2024 NBA Rookie of the Year, becoming just the 6th rookie to ever win the award by a unanimous vote. He led the league in blocks per game and total blocks in a season, helping him finish 2nd place in voting for Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby was named to the NBA All-Defensive First Team, becoming the first rookie and youngest player in NBA history to achieve this feat. Wemby's impressive rookie performances continued into the summer. He had 19 points and 9 rebounds in his Olympic debut in a win against Brazil. Wemby ended up facing off against Team USA in the final and put the league on notice that he's just getting started. He dazzled everyone by dropping 26 points on efficient shooting alongside 7 rebounds and 2 assists against a team stacked with defenders like Joel Embiid.
He's great, man. He's got everything.
Anthony Davis.
Obviously, it's a lot of pressure on him, #1 pick. But he can play. He's been struggling a little bit, but he showed up tonight. I think he had 30.
And Bam Adebayo. Although France lost, it was a sign that Wemby is ready to play against the best. After the final, he was named the tournament's rising star, as well as a member of the All-Star 5. Realizing how good he is and how quickly he is developing, the Spurs brought in a veteran point guard in Chris Paul. One of the Spurs' biggest issues in 2024 was getting the ball to Wemby, as they didn't have a traditional point guard.
Secondly, the Spurs eventually are going to need a playmaker. If you watch the game, everything is
One-on-one.
his ability to get it. He needs someone to get him an easy basket.
Now they have one of the greatest point guards to ever play basketball, a floor general that can unlock Wemby's full potential. Chris Paul is a true professional and a great player for Wemby to learn from. Wemby will also naturally continue improving on his own. Defensively, he is already a monster. To be able to impact the game at such a high level on the defensive end at such a young age is crazy. We've seen how a player like Rudy Gobert improves teams by being a rim protector. Wemby is an even bigger menace than Rudy. But what makes Wemby even scarier is that his offensive game can still get so much better. Right now, it's raw. He's just figuring things out, testing what works and what doesn't. His shooting will get better, so will his handle. Once it's all polished, he will be the best player in the league. We're looking at a player who has the potential to be Kevin Durant offensively with Rudy Gobert defending. You can't even make a player like that in NBA 2K, let alone real life.
Handle it night in and night out. Again, this is only his 8th game, and it's been fun to watch.
Watching him play is truly like seeing a video game character. Look at how he put up 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 blocks, and 1 steal in a 117-105 win over the Indiana Pacers. This was right after a game where he put up 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks in a loss against the Los Angeles Lakers. That game against LA made him the youngest player in NBA history to record a 5x5, over 5 in each of the major statistical categories. His performance against the Pacers also made him the first rookie in NBA history to have back-to-back games of at least 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks. Once again, following in the footsteps of Spurs legends Tim Duncan and David Robinson, as Wemby joined them as the only rookies in NBA history to put up at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks in a game. Now, of course, he still needs to work on his physicality. His thin frame and lack of strength are weaknesses in his game. He can struggle to box out while rebounding or defend against bigger centers in the paint. But even with these issues, he is incredible. A true unicorn. A player that tall with ball handling, passing skills, and an ability to shoot, the Spurs got their guy. They just have to make sure they get him the right supporting cast because Wemby is ready to win now. If you enjoyed this video, you will love this one as well. Check it out.